I've worked with and networked with many business managers, business owners, and many leaders in their fields. And every time I've worked with them, I've started to understand that people have a difficulty on truly taking control of their leadership. I worked with one man who finally had gotten the promotion he always wanted. And he was managing this huge group of people, but they were all former co-workers of his. And they didn't take him seriously. He didn't know how he could get them to lead. You see, no matter what he did, they didn't truly understand him as the leader. They couldn't take him in as the leader. And so he was struggling because he didn't want this to fail. He wanted the promotion. He wanted to be seen as a leader, as an authority, as somebody that they would follow. But he didn't know how to go about it. I learned a lot from leadership from a guy who was horrible at business. He failed often, and he still continues to fail today because he hasn't fixed himself. But he has a great skill at leadership. He was one of the greatest leaders I've ever seen, that's never actually succeeded at anything, which is really funny. But leadership doesn't require you to be successful. Leadership doesn't require you to know what you're doing. Leadership doesn't require you to even have a plan. Leadership requires 4 things: purpose, action, vision, and energy. You have to pave the way for other people to follow you. When you have purpose, right? When you have a purpose for them, and this is what a leader does. A leader looks at somebody, he'll go and start talking to them, and he will have a purpose specifically for them, and actions that they can take that will fulfill that purpose. And then he will tell them about the vision he has, that global vision that he or she has that will be accomplished through that purpose and action that they want them to take. And he will offer up all his energy and enthusiasm and encouragement that that person is the right person to take those actions, fulfill that purpose, and live out that vision. You see, purpose, action, vision, and energy. This is what makes a great leader. Whenever he talks to people, whenever he talks to groups, they all begin to understand that this is the paved road. This is the way in which they have to travel. And when they travel that paved road, they begin to get to where they want to be. But it all begins with the purpose and the action that they need to take and the vision that they are going to fulfill. And it must be met with encouragement and energy, with a full structure that they are the ones capable and possible of doing it. If you want to be a great leader, you have to understand that your job is not to simply boss people around. That is what a manager does. No. Your job is to inspire other people to take the actions needed to get the work done, to get wherever you want to go. You see, there are plenty of books out there about leadership. There are plenty of books out there that will tell you all the strategies, all the techniques, all the methods, everything you need to know to become a great leader. But in truth, there are 4 things that all great leaders do. They inspire people with purpose. They give them actions to take. They help them understand the big vision that they are fulfilling. And they encourage them. And they have a great energy that will push them forward. That's it. If you do those 4 things, encouragement or energy, whichever one you want to choose. But when you are putting that idea out there, if you want to be a great leader, if you want to achieve great success, if you want to achieve more followers to your ideas, to your way of thinking, then make sure you pave the way for them. Because that is what my friend did. No matter what it was he was trying to do, no matter what it was he was trying to see, he had a purpose for every person he talked to. An action he wanted everyone to take. A vision that he wanted everyone to fulfill. And he had energy. Energy you wouldn't believe, that made you feel like you were the one person in the world that could accomplish it. He had this energy that made you feel as if this was the right thing to do, whether it was right or wasn't. And when you begin to harness that ability, when you begin to harness that way of thinking, your entire life will begin to change. Because you begin to have that ability to bring other people to your way of thinking, to get other people to take the actions. If you want to start your own business, you need to pave the way for other people to join that business with you. If you want to go about and be a better father or a better mother, then you need to pave the way for your children to be more behaved, to work better, to achieve more. You have to pave the way first. But if you don't pave the way, so many leaders, so many books out there on managing people. You know, the leadership books out there don't explain the process of paving the way. They tell you everything you need to do, all the strategies and tricks and methods, but not the structure of paving, of truly creating the path for other people to follow. Because if there isn't a path for people to follow, then you can't lead them anywhere. But when you have a path for people to follow, all of a sudden your leadership becomes easy because you are the person paving the way. You are the person cutting down the trees. You are the person who has the path that they can go down. Become that person. Pave the way. Look at what you're trying to get people to do and ask yourself, am I giving them purpose, action, and do I have a vision that I want them to fulfill? And am I bringing the right energy or encouragement to that person so that they feel they are the one to do it and that this is the right thing to do? And when you ask yourself that, you're going to notice that people's compliance skyrockets. You're going to notice that your leadership ability skyrockets. You're going to notice that you are going to feel better. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to bring out that inner leader that has been sitting and waiting for you all this time. All you have to do is pave the way. So take those steps, work on it, and begin to become a better leader.